guys, my name is Jasmine, and I am your small town Grey Witch, here to do another box opening of The Witch's Roots. Now, The Witch's Roots is a subscription box that I get monthly. It is not something that they pay me or they give me for free or anything. This comes out of my own paycheck. Nothing is bought other than like me buying it, but like there's no transaction. They don't even know I exist. I just really like these boxes and I like to promote small businesses, and I like to make content. So I think these are really cute ideas. I like to help people and give them ideas. It works out. So, The Witch's Roots, it comes in a box like this. You can find it at thewitchesmoon.com. There is actually a bunch of stuff on thewitchesmoon.com, but there's 3 general subscription boxes, which is the Witch's Moon, which is the highest rating one. Like the most stuff, most expensive, blah, blah, blah. The Witch's Bounty, which is the middle kind of zone. And then the Witch's Roots, which is the cheapest and smallest box. It actually gets you a good amount of stuff, but it's still like the smallest box. It is a monthly subscription now, all these prices include shipping. So there's different places get different prices. So if you are in the US, that's $30, which includes shipping. So it's $30 including shipping. If you are in Canada, it is $36. Again, includes shipping. And international, it's $39. So the reason why they have 3 different prices is it goes up for shipping. I'm in the US, so I get it for $30. Now, what can you kind of expect out of this? Is they usually give you a personalized oracle card. They shuffle the deck and put an oracle card in each box, and that's supposed to go to you. It's supposed to be via intuition in the universe. A candle. It's beeswax rolled candle. An incense. A herb. Grimoire pages, which usually do with the herb that you got, and then usually you get a second grimoire page. I'm not going to say always, I'm going to say usually. You get a second grimoire page with the theme of the box. So something that incorporates kind of the concepts of the box. And then usually you get a crystal or something like that. Sometimes you don't get crystals. Sometimes you'll get tea instead. The crystals are kind of up for grabs. I've just noticed that it's kind of a constant in this box, or it comes up more than it doesn't. So I like to add that to the list of kind of what to expect. The crystals are more than not. Then you will also get something extra. And the extra is kind of like a surprise, which I really enjoy. Now, on the up and coming, if you go into up and coming, or upcoming, I don't know why I say up and coming, part of the website, it will give you kind of a guess of what's in the box or the theme of the box, but it doesn't give you a list of the items. It's still always a surprise, which for someone who loves to peek, that's me, I peek. I'm a Christmas present peeker. It's actually really nice that they won't tell me. I swear. And I get the box shipped out on the 1st, so like I can't find videos of this until it's like actually at my door, which is, I might be able to find a video of someone else opening it a day or 2 before I get it, but not a week before I get it, which is really kind of fun. So the box does come with a plastic lining on it with my address and things like that. I'm not going to show you the address part. And then the most it says is W Moon Shop. Like a WMOON, like all one word. And then shop. So like, unless you have somebody going through your mailbox, no one's going to know that you're a witch for the closeted witches. So, let's open this box. I'm so excited. Okay. When I opened the plastic off this box, I got super good smells. Just saying. Super good smells. So, This is the Valley of the Souls. That's the other thing is I go on the website. This box theme is the Valley of the Souls, and it's really relative into ancestors due to Samhain coming up. It is This is October 2024's box, by the way. And since it's October, Samhain's coming. This is the Valleys of the Souls box. It's going to be ancestry work. So they give us a paper with all of the things on it. And I tend to look at this as I pull things out, like pull them out, get surprised, ooh. Now if I want more information on them, I refer to the page. So this is my personal oracle card. You can actually see the really pretty moon on it. So I like to put these on my altar for the month and kind of look back at them. And even if I don't look back at them, I look at them when I put them on my altar. And then I also look at them where I take them off my altar. And I keep all of them in a drawer because they all come in various sizes. But a lot of them are kind of close to the same size. So eventually maybe I'll make a deck out of them is my thought process. But yeah, I love the moon on this. The camera's really not doing this card justice. I'm trying to like get that beautiful picture. But yeah, there's like bunches. I think this right there kind of shows it the best. But it's a full moon glow, it looks like. And this says, I let go of the anxieties of others. So I let go of the anxieties of others. And it's the micro moon. And that's funny because I have an anxiety disorder really badly. So I take on people's anxieties and tend to worry about the worst thing that's ever going to happen. So that I might have to go back to several times this month. So then we start pulling out grimoire pages. Ooh, and this one's kind of my favorite one so far that I've ever gotten. It's the skull. So I'm going to hold this up. I don't know what to, like, I would hate to put this in my grimoire book because I would scared that my little scrapbooking aspect wouldn't do this grimoire page justice. You can see the gorgeous flowers around it. You can see the skulls on the bottom and the skull on the top. And if you're in this video, or like actually looking at the video, so I am a death witch slightly. Bones, death, those things, yeah, they're my jam. And you can actually look over, I don't know, I'm pointing at it, okay? So just look where I'm pointing. I don't know if it's my left or my right with the way that you guys look at it. But you can kind of see the skull on the shelf in the background. That's a real human skull. Yes, where I live, it is legal to have one. And yes, they are technically ethically sourced. No, I did not dig up a grave to get it. Bodies are donated to science. Science tends to do decay farms, technically, is what they're called around here. And they study the aspects of decay in different situations amongst the human body. And once you are fully decayed, once everything else, yada, 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 goes on, once they've studied you completely, they will take your bones and then they kind of sell them to make more money for the science, is what's a thing. Each state has their own legalities. Yes, legalities of owning human remains. So please look into your state's regulations. Also note that if you are crossing state lines, states have their own regulations on it. Like Massachusetts, you're good. You can cross state lines, you can bring human remains in, you can take human remains out, you can buy human remains there, you're good. Tennessee, you can buy and own human remains in Tennessee, however, you cannot take them out of Tennessee. If they were in Tennessee, they have to stay in Tennessee. And then if you buy human remains in a different location and then move to Tennessee, that's also illegal. You can't import human remains into Tennessee. So like if I moved to Tennessee right now from where I live to go live with family or whatnot, I would have to sell it, give it to somebody, I say it because I don't know if she was a female or if he was a male or their name or anything about them. So that's the skull. So I would have to give the skull to a person who could handle having the respect and love for the being who possessed the skull, or I would have to then sell or depart, or I could bury, or so on and so forth, the skull, but I could not travel the skull into Tennessee, or I could not go to Tennessee, buy human remains, and then transport them out of Tennessee. If I get caught doing those things in Tennessee, I could get in trouble. So, know the laws for your human remains in each state if you're in the US. I don't know about other countries. I only know US laws. All right? So, this talks about symbolically the memento mori. Remember, you will die. Saying what a skull represents in astral connections. It just gives you a whole bunch of information about skulls, what they represent in different cultures, what they represent in different times of the season, so on and so forth. Skulls are pretty much the casings for our brain, which is our thought process. It's who we are. It's what makes us up. It's like also the third eye's right here. The crown chakra's right in here. So like the skull protects all that. It means a lot. Like it means a lot. And people always think skulls are morbid. It's a body part. It's a protective body part. That's all it is. It's you. You're human. You're a skull. I wouldn't think skulls are any worse or any better than any other thing. Just being you. So beautiful, beautiful artwork. I'm gonna have to really think about how I love adding these into my Book of Shadows because I think that they are amazing. They're packed with information and they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna have to hold that one to the side a lot until I can really do it justice, because I swear if I put that in there and I don't do it justice, I'm just gonna... So, we have another Book of Shadows page. And this is Coco. So, totally works for this. I would definitely say it works for the colder months, the Burr months as they're called. September, October, November, December. Hot cocoa makes me think of that. But I didn't realize hot cocoa, or cocoa, not hot cocoa. Cocoa would deal with, like, some other things of this time of year. It says that cocoa was revered for its magical and spiritual properties across many cultures. It's often used in rituals and ceremonies to enhance feelings and love and connection. Believed to open the heart and facilitate emotional healing. Cocoa's earthly energy is thought to ground and stabilize, promote abundance and prosperity, and shamanic. I'm not going to murder that word. I can say it. I just can't say it right now. So, practices. Coco helps connect with the divine and facilitate spiritual insight and transformation. Its presence in sacred rites undersource its role in a bridge between physical and spiritual realms. It sorts as a bridge between physical and spiritual realms. So this could actually help us connect with our loved ones, which is amazing. But I never thought of that. I knew it opened the heart. I knew it opened feelings and blah, blah. Again, that's why we drink it in the Burr months, because we're working on... That's kind of like the shadow work time. Burr months equals shadow work. It means seclusion. It equals we all go inside, especially if you have the 4 seasons. If you're in an area that has the 4 seasons, we all kind of like retreat and hibernate in the winter, and we kind of pull apart our souls a little bit more. Where summer, it's like, yay, party. It's just the way it is. So I never thought of cocoa as a bridge to the spiritual realm. I didn't know that. That's really interesting, and that makes perfect sense why they gave us that for October. But I knew about the heart stuff because it makes sense with the winter. All right. Next thing. So, it looks like I'm pulling out an oil. It's Ancestral Echo is called this oil. It definitely has a good amount of herbs in it. And I love the picture. It has like the pictures. I will roll the pictures in the thing once I look at them. But it has like a red moon, either a raven or a crow, a skull on the other side. So, boop. I'll even get a little closer. I know it's kind of, and then there's a skull on the other side. But this is Ancestral Echo. So if you need the ingredients to these oils, it's usually a mineral or like a olive oil that they use. I think it's mostly a mineral oil. But then you can look and they will list off a lot of their ingredients in their oils. So I like to give the oils a good shake before I actually look at them. This is a special blend that has been created with the oils of sweet orange, cinnamon, cedarwood, and our veil calling oil blend. So they don't 100% give you everything in it. However, before you put it on yourself, maybe do a little tab, put it on your skin, wait a little bit before you start smothering your face in it. I don't necessarily always smother my face in the oils, but like, you get what I'm saying. And this is not to be ingested. This is like a ritual oil. So I would coat my candles in it. I would put it on, I like to put the oil on my third eye, depending on my intention, or put it on my wrists, put it on my chakra points, so on and so forth. There's lots of things you can do with a anointing oil, but you want to anoint things with it. So I get a very strong orange cinnamon smell with this, and it smells really good. It makes me think of like, if this wasn't, these keeps giving me smells of like Thanksgiving and things like that. Not so much Samhain, but that could be me. Because I tend to pull oranges and stuff in when it comes to like the November, December Yule times. So right around like Thanksgiving for us in in the USA, November-ish times for anybody else. I'll start putting in oranges and star anise and things like that into my home to bring in the sun and the warmth. But this smells really good. I'm actually really interested in the orange smell for Samhain because I know a lot of witches use it. I'm an apple girl for Samhain. So I don't think of oranges, I think of like apple. So this is kind of cool. It's a little pouch. And like I said, sometimes you get a stone or a gem or a crystal or whatever in the pouch, which this one looks, it's very caramel colored. Caramel white swirl. That's what it makes me think of. Thinks of Halloween candy. This one has a slight crack in it, but obviously that's the way it was. That's the way it got tumbled. It's not that they cracked it, but I think that's really cool. I like the textures. But I'm just, like, I don't know how to explain it than a light caramel swirl with white in it to explain this. Now, the other thing it came with, which I've never seen this before, is a little scroll of paper. So I'm going to open this because this has never come in a box. And I'm probably never going to get this back together. So, oh, it comes with a metal ring. So I might be able to get back together. I wasn't about to try to tie a bow. Oh, and the scroll has nothing on it. Very big surprise. So I wonder if... I'm going to have to look on that page. To figure out why this scroll has nothing on it. And they just gave us this really cute little scrolly-dooly thing. Okay, I unscrolled it. And then tried to re-scroll it. And I re-scrolled it wrong. But I just fixed it. So now maybe I can get it back in its little hoopy hoop. It comes with a little metal hoop. Woo! Look at me being all, like, able and stuff. Because I totally got that back in its metal ring. Let's see what this is. Because I have no idea what this caramely colored stone is. I know, right? I have no idea. And I have no idea why it comes with a little adorable scroll. So, okay, so it's a drawstring pouch, which we know, and then this is petrified wood. So, is it wood or is this? I've never heard of petrified wood. And a scroll. It does say a petition scroll. A reminder of the transformation of time. Petrified wood provides us with patience during times of upheaval and anxiety. Place upon your altar or carry with you to slow the nervous system and become seated in the present. In addition, a small petition scroll has been added to your for you to write a message to your guides. After doing so, place upon your ancestor altar. So, honestly, because these came together, part of me wants to write what I'm working on with my anxiety and keep it with the stone. That's just my way of doing it. You could totally place it on your altar and do what they said to do it and just write a note to your ancestors. It's just me, because they came together, that they have to stay together. And how are we going to do that? So I'd write, like, what anxiety I'm having an issue with to let the stone know what I need its help with. But that is really, really cute. Now, my altar is a little bit of a chaos right now, because we're actually trying to redo this room. This background probably won't be here in, like, a week or two. I'll probably be up in a corner somewhere or something like that. But, so my altars are a little, like, hodgepodged. Just because the surfaces and things like that. So, I probably will end up doing this, like, again in a week or two. But I'm really excited to write what I want to work on and then keep the stone and the petition together in my altar. And probably near a candle, so I can light the candle whenever I'm feeling that anxiety. So what I would do is I'd keep the petition near the stone, near the candle. And every time I'm feeling that anxiety, whether it be from a certain thing that you specifically want to deal with, I'd probably just be in general, because there is one thing, but it's a very large thing that encapsulates a lot of things that I'm working on. So every time I feel anxiety about that one thing, I would light the candle. And again, once the candle goes down, I'd probably put a new candle, keep working on it, because it's going to be an ongoing thing for me. But that's how I'm probably going to use this. I just wanted to put that out there, that you don't have to use things the way they say to use things. So, it always comes with these fuzzy things. I can't stand these fuzzy things. But I understand that it's like packaging and it's good and blah blah blah. So let's pull out the candle. It's a Lineage lantern. It comes in a plastic bag, so if you're anti-plastic, they do use plastic. They don't use a lot of it, but like the candle is in a plastic bag. Sometimes they use like a wax paper like slip to put it in, or like a packet. You wouldn't call it a bag. You could call it a bag, but it's like a slip to put these in. But this one is black, which I love for the season. Like, it's protective, especially with Samhain and all of the different spirits. Protective candles. Black is like the key to life right now. Protection, protection, protection. I am like death and protection. We're good. So I love the black candle. Now, they gave us This must be one of the things that sometimes they surprise you with. Like I said, they surprise you with something. The box, this must be it. Because it is a bouquet of dried flowers. And it's actually really, 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 really gorgeous. This is like almost like a perfect altar set up for Samhain. You have the decayed dried flowers. But they actually smell really good. I know that sounds weird, but dead flowers smell good to me. And they're in this cute little wrapping. So this is really, really pretty. And it's like the perfect colorage. You have the black candle for protection. You have the anointing oil to dress your candle with. Work on yourself stone. Or if you want to write a message to a spirit, you got the scroll. You could do it that way. But I'm going to do a anxiety thing that I'm based off of. So like this is like perfect for your altar. You could make a little Samhain altar just out of these things. And we're not even done finishing the box yet. So I want to know why they did the flowers. And I think they gave us something else that I didn't expect. That's why I'm willing to pull out the flowers. Usually I save that for last. But I'm kind of peeking a little bit. And I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I can see something else that I'm not expecting in the box. So that's why I'm willing to pull out the flowers. So let's look at... Oh! Dry Decor Altar Bundle. This beautiful crafted and hand-twined bundle of flowers and herbs is meant to be placed on your altar as an offering to respect and devotion. So it's just an offering to your spirits. I'm probably not going to use it as an offering, because the way I take care of offerings is I put them for like the deity, the ancestor, whomever the offering's for, I give it to them, and then after I let it sit on my altar and they can have it for a while, usually at least a couple weeks, I will then dispose of it. So that includes dumping wine outside. I've literally stones go into the river bay. I've buried like ashes, or if I give them incense, I'll have my husband dump the ashes outside in the dirt. I've literally walked outside, did not know what to do with a piece of chocolate I gave to my deity. So I literally chucked it. Like, I didn't throw it away. I literally like heaved it and said, let it be where it needs to be. Just threw it out there for whomever can find the chocolate. Don't worry, we don't have dogs roaming around. It's fine. Like, where I live, it's fine. But I just heaved it because I didn't know. And that's the thing. I just get rid of it. It's done. And I was like, I can bury it. I can burn it. Nope. Chuck it. I want you to chuck it to me. Get it out. And I think that was my deity's way of going, you get to have fun and throw it. Yeah. So I've dealt with, so when they say that's an all offering, unless I find the perfect deity who really I want to really give it to, I don't think I would give it as an offering, because then I dispose of it and it's too pretty to get rid of. So like I said, they tend to give the actual herb that you are, like, they give you the grimoire page, and then they give you the herb in a set, like a plastic bag. So they gave us cocoa. Now, this is not crumbled up, nice, charred dust cocoa that you're gonna get at the Hershey's. It's not Hershey's cocoa. It's not baking cocoa. This is definitely like chunks of root or something, or chunks of the bean. So it says on the page that this was like, and Aztecs believed that it was the food for the gods. After the Spanish conquest, when it was made its way to Europe, the rest of the world To this day, cocoa is still honored in healing rituals and cocoa ceremonies, where practitioners explore the depths of the soul. Metaphysically, cocoa plays a very sacred role in adorning the altar for attraction and peace and clarity of thought. In addition, the beautiful aroma, cocoa enhances the feelings of love and connection that surrounds our space. For this specific connection, we place cocoa upon our ancestral altar as a token of respect and welcome any guides that may want to share insight and guidance. So this is literally just like broken up cocoa bean. I'm kind of curious. Does it smell like chocolate-ish? Obviously, cocoa bean does not smell like chocolate. I'm not that, like, naive, but it does smell. I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna taste it. I know that, like, you don't just taste the bean. There's roasting and things like that. But I know it's not gonna necessarily hurt me if I take a little piece, so yeah. There's a reason why we roast it. Do not do that. It tastes bad. Cocoa powder generally tastes bad to me anyways. And yes, I've had like literally like the bean roasted, peeled, blah blah blah, food processed, and that was it. So I've had like pure cocoa powder and it does not taste good. But I had to taste. I'm weird. And by the way, they don't say that herbs are edible in this box. They do not suggest eating them. I would not suggest eating them unless you are very, very, very aware of the herbs you are given. Do not ingest things. Take allergies into consideration. Do not rub things on your body that you don't know what they are, so on and so forth. Please be smart. And I am not liable if you do stupid things. Anyways. Ooh, incense cones. So usually we get like incense sticks. Like I said, we always get like incense. I've never gotten cones in this box before. I've always gotten sticks. So this is cones. We got cones, and it did come with a little plate that you burn the cone on. Ooh, and this is Nag Champa. I love Nag Champa so much. So much. I am little gremlin who loves Nag Champa. And I don't even care if I'm saying it wrong, because that's the way we say it around here. So, I love it. It makes me think of witch shops. Like, witch shops around where I live. And probably where you live, too. But, like, at least where I live, because I can only speak on what I know. Always burning this. If you walk into a witch shop, they are burning the nag. That's what they burn. And it smells so good. So good. So, I'm so excited. And they're big cones. They're not little cones. These things are pretty beefy. They're like normal size cones, but they're not like, they're like the tall ones you get. Not like the itty bitty ones. Because I know they come in like two sizes. You get the normal little small ones, but then you get these big ones. These ones are the big ones. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 in this bag. That's pretty good. That could last you a month if you're not burning it like chaos. If you're burning it like chaos, well, like, you're burning through it like nobody's business. Not my problem. But perfect time. Now, this is the one thing that I wasn't sure. I saw something shiny in the bottom of the box. I have no idea what this is. Like, I can see it, obviously. I can show it to you. That's what it looks like. It's like a metal skull and like a skull bracelet. The only thing that makes me a little nervous is the sugar skull aspect of this skull. It's very sugar skull-esque, which I can see being cool, but I also understand that that is more for the Day of the Dead than Halloween or Samhain, which is a Spanish or Mexican kind of Latino kind of holidays. Please excuse me if I sound like a naive little. I'm. It's coming from a place of complete and utter respect. Very Latina, very Latino, very Spanish, very Mexican kind of holiday of the Day of the Dead. So I don't usually. I have like a sugar skull cloth that my aunt's mom gave me because I knew it came from a place of love. And that's probably the only thing I actually have in my house of sugar skulls. Doesn't mean people haven't given me things before, but I tend to stay away from sugar skulls because I understand that it's like in my tarot cards have one image of a guy or a little person painting sugar skulls. But that's about it. I tend to stay away from them because I understand that there's more to it than even what I know of. But this is like solid metal. If you don't care about sugar skulls, that's cool. It does have little holes in it. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. And I can understand why they would put this in the box. A lot of people do sugar skulls with Samhain nowadays. I just know it actually has its cultural meanings that I am unaware of. So we're definitely going to have to look at this. And the other thing that it comes with, because I'm going to have to read about it, is a little, like, almost skullish. I've seen these skulls before. Little skull beads, but it's a bracelet with a little red tassel. But my red tassel is so bent up, it won't stay down. Because it's been in that bag so long that it's just, it's like, crinked upwards. Which is really cute and really funny. But, yeah, these beads have a red, I can't see you. I can't tell if you can see it. Hopefully you can. In the crackings, they are red. And they have like a brownish eye, and they are little skull beads. So let's, itchy nose. Sorry, itchy nose. Let's read about this because I don't know enough about this to feel anything. So, skull bracelet. You will find the imagery of a skull throughout this collection, representing our connection to the spirit world. Like I said, the skull, crown, third eye, that is where that happens. Skull's a protective bone. You're protecting yourself and your connection with spirit world. It's amazing what the skull can hold and what the skull does and how it's set up. It holds your brain. Skull's amazing. So, throughout this collection, representing our connection with the spirit world and the ancestor guides that reside there. The symbol embodies life and death and reminds us to be grateful for the experience and magical life. The skull bracelet is intended to accompany you on your path, gently reminding you of those who have walked before us. Now, that didn't say anything about this sugar skull metal thing. I don't know what that is. But I love the idea of this bracelet. And honestly, with Samhain, when you're talking about other communities, Samhain is our ancestor holiday, where we connect with our ancestors and the ones who have passed and the deities in the spiritual world. Where the Day of the Dead, I know they honor their ancestors. So I can understand where the two kind of get smushed together. But let's look on to see what this metal sugar skull is all about, okay? Because I think they stuck them in the same bag, but since they didn't even list them in the same spot, I think they just put them together in the bag. So, let's look. We got the skull bracelet. Metal skull altar incense burner. Okay. This beautiful crafted and hand-twined bundle of... sorry, I'm reading the wrong place. That is my fault. Mobby. So, metal skull altar incense burner. This ornamental skull incense burner has been included for you to place upon your altar, where you can burn the cones and stick incense in honor of your loved ones and spiritual guides, inspired by De la Mortes, the Day of the Dead. The skull represents a celebration of the thinning of the veil. So what they kind of did was, like I said, they smashed the whole Day of the Dead thing with Samhain, which I don't want to say bugs me. I just worry that it bugs other people, and I'm not one. I'm actually looking to pull this something up. So if I look like I'm not looking at the camera, Bobby. So when it comes to the Day of the Dead, it tends to get conflated with Samhain because people tend to, oh, it's similar this way because both of us, like, my ancestor, like, my heritage, believe it or not, my background's fucking Christian. So really, I don't even want to say my heritage. Let's be straight. Scandinavian, French, white people, a whole bunch of other people that aren't white necessarily, but you get the point. Not Hispanic or Latino. Hispanic was the word I wanted earlier. Not Hispanic or Latino people would acknowledge their ancestors and celebrate their ancestors on Samhain. That is our, I want to say, death holiday. Where Hispanic or Latino people celebrate de la Mortes. I'm not going to even try to say that because I don't speak Spanish. The Day of the Dead. Now, from what I understand, the Day of the Dead is not Samhain, and it's kind of frustrating. So, I just pulled up Wiki, which is not the best. I get it. Stop going on Wiki, blah, 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 blah. But this, at least it gives you a very basic insight of what's going on. Now, is a holiday traditionally celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. So, through the, though other days, such as October 31st and November 6th. So pretty much it's celebrated at the very beginning of November and even the last day of October. Mexican academies are derived whether the festival is genuinely indigenous pre-Hispanic roots. So they tend to say even before that, was it in genuine indigenous pre-Hispanic roots, whether the 20th century rebranded versions of Spanish tradition developed during the presidency of Lázaro Cárdenas, I'm not going to try to say names, I suck at it, to encourage Mexican nationalism through the Aztec identity. So it's saying that this started kind of in Aztec and then went through and it became popular when this president guy wanted to encourage Mexican nationalism. It's also known as All Souls Day or All Saints Day. Yeah, including places in Spain and Southern Europe through the Christendom would be those things. Critics of the Native American orange claim that even though pre-Columbian Mexico had traditions that honored the dead, current depictions of the festivities have been more common with Europe traditions. So it's just, this whole thing's arguing about where it started. Who freaking, like, it's not about... You can go into the depths about who it started, and that could be very educational to you, and so on and so forth. But this guy says it started here, this guy said it started there. Pretty much. Now let's go to the next webpage, because I really do want to educate I want to educate myself on things. So, give me one sec. I'm going to pause you guys for just a moment so that way you can see my screen to see what I'm looking at, okay? Alright, so you guys should be seeing my computer screen right now. Obviously I'm scrolling, and a lot of people like to just kind of put whatever. The Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday that celebrates the cycle of life and death. It's celebrated each year on October 31st to November 2nd. Again, that's that like November 1st, November 2nd. The holiday is a time for family and friends to remember and reunite with their late loved ones. It is not a somber holiday and rather a celebration filled with color, music, and food. The holiday is a blend of Mesoamerican ritual, European religion, and Spanish culture. And then you can, as I scroll down the Day of the Dead video, you can see the sugar skulls. I'm not going to play a video for you because I don't want to get into the whole copyright concepts. But yeah, just a simple Google search will kind of give you a basic idea. It says ancient Mesoamerican. The Day of the Dead traditionally is Mesoamerican beliefs about the death and the afterlife. The influence by the Catholic traditions brought by Spanish colonizers. And roots of the Day of the Dead go back to 3,000 years to the rituals honor the dead in the pre-Columbian Mesoamerica. Ugh. The celebration combines Aztec rituals with Catholicism. So it's pretty much Aztec rituals with Catholicism. It is technically considered a Spanish or Hispanic / Latino cultured influence. I don't see why somebody else may or may not celebrate the Day of the Dead. Just because, like, you could do whatever you wanted. I'm not gonna say you should or shouldn't do something, because I don't believe in that, to be honest with you. Sorry, wrong thing. So let's go back to this. Oh. So, hi, you can see me, I'm back. So they have like 10 holes right under the eyes. So I think the concept of this is really, really, really cute. With the incense burners being the eyes for the cones and then the 10 holes for the actual sticks. It's really, really cute. I'm not against using sugar skulls. Like I said, the only thing I have as a sugar skull is one towel that my aunt's mother gave me because she gave it to me with, like, and she thought of me. And that's why it's in my house. Not because it's a sugar skull. She just knows I'm into weird things and she thought of me. And the thought of me is why I have that. So, I don't usually use sugar skull things. I will keep this. I will keep it. I will put it in my drawer. And if there is somebody who comes along my path who's really into this holiday, not just, oh, I love sugar skulls, but like actually into the holiday, I'll be like, hold on, I got something for you. And I'll grab it, I'll bring it back to them. And that's what I do with things that I don't use. Because this is a box collective, not so much a thing for me. But I love it because I collect things and then I can hand them off to the path that they need to be on. So I have extra cards of tarot that have come my way and I just hold on to them until someone needs that starter deck. And then I'm like, here you go, girl, I got you. Or here you go, boy, I got you. Same thing with this. So I'll just keep it. It's really cool. I actually think it's really cool. But I just probably won't use it until I find somebody. At least not on my altar. I won't use it. Until I find somebody who's really, like, into the actual holiday. And then I'll be like, I got you. But I do think the concept of, like, because you always get the little discs. Like, at least with the cones, if you don't like this, the cones come with a little plate that you can burn them on. Totally fine. I have other cone holders. Not a big deal for me. But at least that way, I got this. And the cones aren't going to go to waste. Like, I have other cone holders. Plus, it does come with a little plate. So I like that it comes with a little plate. Even though they gave us this. Because I like the little plates. They work for me. So, don't worry. It does come with something else you can burn your cones on if that's what you're into. If you can't burn them in the house, you can always go down to outside. Burn them outside. Burn them at your friend's house. Burn them down by the river. Burn them in your rituals outside, whatever floats your boat. If you can't burn something in your house, just open the bag and smell it. And shut the bag. And run away. Do that. I don't care. I don't care what you do. Have fun with it. It's your magic. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your magic. That's crazy to me. So you do you, boo. You do you. Alright? So that is the Witch's Roots box for October 24th. I'm excited for it. I love like 99% of the things in here. And even the thing that isn't for me is still freaking cool. So, I'm excited. I can pass it on. It's all good. So, if you liked the box, feel free to go to their website and hang out with them. That's awesome. If you liked this video, hit a like, comment which one of these things you would use and how. Like, what's your favorite thing to use and how. Which one of them. If you had to use any of these things in this box. And if you like what I do and you like seeing me randomly gibber gab to you and talk about random concepts, then subscribe to my page. Other than that, most importantly, go do magic. Bye, guys.